Hey guys, and welcome back to the HFC playthrough of Super Mario Odyssey. Oh, I've missed it so much. It's been a week and I have been going spare, much like Mario here. I literally took off like this at certain points. I was so ready to play the game again. But we're in the post-game now, guys, and spoilers, we're going to play the fuck out of the post-game. You see, we've got 220 moons right now. We want to get up to at least 500, I believe it was, Rich, yes?
Definitely 500, because that means that you've unlocked all of, well, not all of the gaming content that you can get in the game, but sort of all of the primary levels that you can play. If you wanted to get everything, then you're looking at, I think it's something like 880 moons.
Gosh darn.
For all of the gameplay, but one of those things you have already experienced in some form, so that's not as important. So yeah, 500's where we're wanting to go.
I see. And here we go. It's just coins. What? Why? Why, Doggo? You've betrayed me!
He literally found you free money. Stop whining.
Yeah, I guess so. If there was a Doggo, you know what? Let's play fetch. You want to play fetch? Stupid dog! Ha ha ha! I trick you!
Oh, don't be mean to the doggy.
Yeah, go bully the sheep instead.
Oh, right, fair enough. Be gone.
Bye.
Don't mind me, I'm just a bit butthurt because we had to restart. But yeah, the Mushroom Kingdom, obviously we knew they had assets for it because we saw Peach get kidnapped at the start of the game, but it's pretty cool to be able to actually run around the old place again.
They do actually tease this during one of the little side missions that you can encounter in the Luncheon Kingdom. We didn't see it, but I remember I saw that in my first playthrough because it's just one of the little painting mural things, and it just takes you to a little island that's sort of floating way off back. And that was the first I encountered of the Mushroom Kingdom being in this game, and I just thought, this is going to be post-game, isn't it?
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was.
Rocket! I'm going up! Rocket!
We're blasting off again!
Remind me to keep the footage that we didn't use for this fucking minigame here. The greatest thing ever happened. In fact, I might actually put it as an outtake at the end of this part.
Oh, let's just say it hurt my very soul.
So yeah, picture match. What's going to happen here? Obviously we get a power moon out of this, but they're stars. It's the little, I can't say words, but little details, you know what I mean?
It does take a little while to adjust to referring to what are very obviously stars as moons, but still, it's cool.
All the way around, Flame, all the way around, but whatevs. You see the face right here. He's the face of the franchise, the face of Nintendo. Basically, that face is going to be ripped off. You have to put the facial things by capturing them, and then they disappear when you put them on the face, and you basically have to guesstimate what the face is going to look like, and you have to score at least 60 points, so let's see how I do.
So, first things first, let's put his nose on his forehead.
Oh god, you're exaggerating, but it pretty much became that in some of the failed takes.
Little bit lower.
There we go. It's so low, it's inside his dungarees.
This is the thing where it can, although this is one of the most iconic pictures of Mario that they've ever used for the series, you can forget even the most minute little details when you look at it without a face, and that's what makes it so challenging.
God, can you imagine being face blind and having to do this? Right there. I'd recognise that schnoz position anywhere.
So what he's saying is that he put the nose on sideways in a failed take. So this is the thing, you can edit out bad takes, but you can't stop me from snitching.
Yeah, I guess so, mate. I guess so. Richie, which side would you say this is?
That's on the right, I think.
Okay. Yeah, just there.
A bit lower, tilt it a bit more left. I mean, tilt it right so that it's kind of a bit more straight onto his face.
Left a bit, right a bit, left a bit.
Good enough.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Now, does Mario have, Dracula fangs? I've honestly forgotten.
Definitely not.
Maybe.
And that goes there, and let's see what Toad says. What are you betting, Rich?
My suspicion is passing grade, but I'm not sure quite how passing.
Flame?
59 and 3/4.
Well, I won't put it past JK to use that in a future Harry Potter spin-off. Oh, here we go.
That's...
Oh!
How? That looks right!
It's the left eyebrow. Well, the right eyebrow from Mario's perspective.
Yes, I think it's also potentially the eyes.
Yeah.
I think you put them on the wrong side.
Well, that's what retakes are for, so we'll try it again. I wasn't expecting to get this the first time every time, so...
Okay, so... I was going to try and theorise, but you can't see which one's which because the nose obscures it.
Right. We'll do the nose first. Get rid of that. Get rid of the... There you go. Right, we'll do the nose first. Put that around there.
The nose is definitely the easiest thing to position on Mario's face.
Just there?
Tilt it a bit to your left.
Is that okay?
The other left. There we go. Maybe put it a little bit further down. That's about right.
I'll go tilt left a little bit more. It just looks a little... There, more like
There you
that.
go.
Yeah.
It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Right, so I think that's your left eye.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Move a bit to your right. And that's about rightish, I think.
Do the eyes first. Mama, he had beautiful eyes. What happened to his eyes?
Oh, God.
That's about right, I think.
Okay.
You might be a little bit too far to the right, but it's close enough.
It's okay. We'll make Ario. He's a beautiful boy.
Our original character.
Do not steal. I will find you.
Tilt bit to your left. Do it in a tiny bit lower and a tiny bit more to the right. It's about there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about right. Now, the eyebrows have been the choke, haven't they? So
it's definitely on the hat, partially.
Just there?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Is there, like, a master version of this? Cause
Yes.
Oh, God. It's not like a blue sky, is it?
Nope, it's the same picture, but it goes away completely. Bit higher. Bit higher. Bit more to your right. Bit more to your right. That'll do.
It's like I'm playing fucking Nightmare or something.
I'm glad Richie's got this because I'm forgetting it the second that it goes away.
Alright, here we go. I forgot the mustache.
Yes, you did.
Oh.
How did I forget? What?
Oh my god!
This game's a fucking fraud. I don't even know what to say anymore.
Mario just shaved that day, it's fine.
I think what it is that the game marks you on the positioning of each of the items.
Right.
So obviously you got all the other stuff in pretty much the relatively right position. So if you got the mustache on, then that would have been maybe another 30 points or so. So that could have been a relatively high passing grade, apart from the fact that you completely forgot the mustache.
Oh my god. Whatever is done, you know. Okay.
But also, if Richie says there's like an expert mode of that, is that like that one fucking Mario jigsaw where like 75% of it are just red pieces?
No. So what happens is that you get to see the picture. Obviously, it's the same picture, so you should know roughly where everything goes. But as you progress through putting the pieces down, the entire picture begins to disappear.
Oh my god.
So you've got to basically position Mario's facial features without actually knowing where his face is.
I see.
Which, let's just say, a little bit challenging. But also great fun.
I will create a tower of Goombas and we shall woo the local Pauline-ette, I believe is the term.
Goombet.
Whatevs.
Although I do feel like I should say you might have a bit of trouble at the present moment in time.
Why's that?
There's a little something that you haven't done yet, which may slightly bugger up your plans, but I'll let you figure that bit out for yourself.
Okay. Whatevs.
Collecting Goombas is actually just a hobby. The whole Goombette thing was just an excuse.
Yeah, pretty much. Come on, give me health. I need health. Thank you. Reminder, if you ever get hurt, just hit a circle of flowers. It's all good.
In real life, people give you funny looks.
I need about 30 purple coins in order to get the costume that I want, and I'm not gonna lie, I saw it in the leaks, I was hyped, I'm even more hyped now to actually get my hands on it.
Yeah, like, it's a nostalgia throwback that's inoffensive and just charming in its own right, isn't it?
I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, this entire kingdom is basically just one massive love letter to the Mario franchise, and there's just so many little things that are just ultra charming.
Curse my inability to aim!
I was going to say, I can see what you're trying to do.
I am a secret Mario.
But yes, I think, Tom, you would probably agree, the power moons that are down that well are actually quite challenging, so let's avoid those.
Indeed. Oh, I see, it's taking me on a trip. There we go.
You have to earn your fucking stars now.
These stars look so good.
I know!
The lighting off them, that's what makes this look so much prettier than like how it looked back in the day. And it is like a white glow on it, which just makes them look so like charming and perfect, really.
I mean, also, all the extra polygons do tend to help with that sort of thing.
That island there, that's where the little mural thing in the Luncheon Kingdom takes you to.
Ah, okay.
Basically, if you ever want to find that one, it's, oh god. So there's just before you get to the bit where the meat is, there's an island all the way off in the distance that you can get to with the lava bubbles or the podoboos.
Okay.
And if you get to that, then you'll be able to find the painting there. And yes, that's how you get to the Mushroom Kingdom before you are actually allowed to get to the Mushroom Kingdom. And Tom, I'm so proud.
I know. There comes a time in every man's life, every boy's life, where he must fail to do a thing and then do a thing, like so.
Not quite like so, but roughly on the right ballpark.
Alright, what you got for me, Mr. Scarecrow?
Well, that scarecrow does a very helpful thing that allows you to get up onto the top of the roof of the Mushroom Kingdom castle.
Nice, where's Yoshi?
Run around.
Ah! Ah, Yoshi!
Throw Cappy.
Oh, I see.
Or just, beat the shit out of his skull for God knows how long.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Yes! Because Yoshi's got the flutter jump, obviously you can throw your tongue out. Yoshi has also learned another quite excellent move that you'll only be using in certain areas, but it's still really bloody awesome, and that is the ability to stick to walls using Yoshi's tongue, and then be able to get a little bit higher up.
That's really neat.
It's only ultra useful when you're effectively wall jumping, but it's still really quite cool to pull off.
We spy the Yoshi now.
Mm-hmm. This castle seemed so much bigger back in the day.
That's because it pretty much was, but still some of the same little sneaky tricks survive in terms of what you can do in and around the Mushroom Kingdom castle.
Mm-hmm. Sorry if it just seems like I'm grinding purple coins right now, but I really want to, get some cool shit at the shop, and I see a little challenge room down there. Ow. How do I accomplish these things? I don't know.
Don't worry, I mean, there are plenty of times when you're platforming where you just go, that was a bit stupid, and yes.
Whee! Oh. Ba 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 ba! Beautiful. So we have hard mode bosses now, correct?
Yes, we do. And they truly are hard mode, because obviously, like here, you have these annoying things in the water, which you're effectively just going to have to keep jumping over, which does make this boss fight a lot more difficult because you're avoiding even more stuff. And there's every chance that you're going to get hit by something that's coming off the screen towards you, but it's still all right.
You can do this, Tom.
I like that we've gone straight into the hard mode of probably the most annoying boss from the standard game, though.
I don't know. I think I'm struggling to figure out what boss is more annoying than this one, because you said there was one other boss you said that wasn't particularly intuitive, besides this.
Mollusk Lancier.
Yes, that's the one.
The Seaside Kingdom one, yeah, that's just because it's not immediately clear. At least it wasn't to me that you just keep on doing the thing, because it looks like it's meant to be a ground pound attack thing to get rid of him, but there's easy ways of doing it.
Well, I've seen an LP channel that does use the ground pound to beat him. Interestingly enough.
Oh yeah, it works. It's just it isn't really the best way to do it, and it kind of counterproductive to actually taking him out.
I see.
Yeah, because the whole thing with that is that obviously then you've got to jump out of the cushion and land on him, which is obviously you're going to cut yourself down in terms of the time you've got left to achieve that. But then that also means that you're going to have to collect another cushion to be able to get back up top there, which is a pain. I'd say in hard mode, Mollusk Lancier is actually probably a little bit easier, because you are in an area which I'm pretty sure has an almost constant supply of water. So it's arguably easier in that sense.
That wasn't too bad. That was roughly about what I'd expect from a hard mode version of the boss.
Granted, to me, I think it is just because I'm not the greatest with perspective, so that might be a personal thing on my end of things.
Alright, Spectacles, calm it down. He says completely missing the power move. Fuck, there's that instant end time karma again.
Yes.
To be fair, I'm okay with this.
Mwah. Beautiful guitar. Beautiful amount of power moons / power stars. Richie, you said there was a ton of these things in the Mushroom Kingdom, didn't you, mate?
There are indeed a ton of power moons in the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm pretty sure it's either 100 or 101 or something along those lines. You get the majority of them from one very specific location which Tom has not been to yet, and which I desperately want him to go to, because then that means that we don't really have to go back there for a while. But he's not doing that, so I'm just being quite passive-aggressive about that.
Yeah, you sure are. Ooh. Shall I?
You certainly can do. There's no reason to not do it now, because free power moons. Why not take it?
Oh, this is cool.
So yeah, there are a lot of power moons to get. I mean, there's a lot of power moons in the post game anyway. The fact that you can get 999 in total, it's insane.
Oh yeah. Very nice. So this is basically a platform I couldn't otherwise get on without some neat tricks.
Well, even with those sorts of tricks, you're not going to be able to get up here.
So we'll see this, it's a little tease of what's to come, I guess, with these little paintings spread across the kingdom, which is actually pretty cool, because we did see that big grey block thing for a second there that was useless to us in the main game. That I like to imagine that they deliberately put that in plain sight when you go through this, although I can't remember where it takes you in the other kingdoms.
It varies. I mean, pretty much in every single kingdom, there is a portrait that will lead you to another kingdom. So, for example, the Mushroom Kingdom leads to the Seaside Kingdom. The Luncheon Kingdom leads to the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm pretty sure that the Wooded Kingdom leads to the Luncheon Kingdom. And I think Bowser's Kingdom leads you to either the Snow Kingdom or the Seaside Kingdom, depending on which one you did first. So that would be the other thing, is I think Mushroom Kingdom does the same, where if you chose one area first, it'll have the other one.
Right.
But that's not really that important. What is important is Koopa free running, which is really awesome and fun.
So are these Koopa the Quick's grandkids or some shit? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
And these are found in every single kingdom as well. Tom, turn left. And basically you're always going to have the chance to race through a kingdom, and it's a lot of fun because you do start to think very differently about how you're traversing through the areas and how you're getting there. And there are always two versions of this particular Power Moon.
Oh, lordy lord.
So there's the first one, which is just a sort of regular race, and then there's a sort of extra cup, effectively. I don't know whether it unlocks immediately in the Mushroom Kingdom or not, but basically you'll be faced with an ultra-quick racer who will be pulling off manoeuvres that are a bit more complex than you are perhaps used to seeing, and they're obviously a lot quicker, so you're going to have to really, really try hard to beat them. I'd say it's relatively easy in pretty much every kingdom bar the Wooded Kingdom, which definitely requires you to master long jump, cappy dive, and getting across the gap that way. That's where I learned how to do that manoeuvre.
Huh, this is interesting.
Yes, this is why I said that I would say the hard mode of Mollusque Lancieux is actually slightly easier, because it's always raining.
Ah, I see.
Unless you do that.
I'm sorry, I thought there was water under the clouds, like in Xenoblade 2.
Well, I mean, technically clouds are water, so...
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, you're still fucked up.
Alright, take two. He's like, oh, that loss made me so hot-headed. We'll get to the castle eventually, I swear.
Yeah, you better.
No, we won't.
But yeah, the reason that I say this is easy is because you don't have to worry about the Gushon running out.
Wow.
So, in my view anyway, that makes this a lot easier, because half the problem with the original fight against Mollusque Lancieux was that you were sort of constantly running out of water, so you kept having to drop down, get back up again, and it was just a bit of a nightmare. Whereas here, once you've kind of gotten the height, you can pretty much just stay up there and avoid most of his attacks, and then it's just a case of hitting him, which is pretty much fine.
Come on.
If the fucker will stay still, guys. I mean, yeah, there is that slight issue, but it's definitely a lot easier in the grand scheme of things than he is in the in the Mushroom Kingdom, in the Seaside Kingdom.
I got you. Ah, there he goes. What is this? Is this part of the Cloud Kingdom?
No, I think it's just it's in the sky of the Seaside Kingdom, because otherwise he wouldn't be here.
I guess.
I'm not sure why that sparkling water chute thing is up here now, though.
Hard mode, boss logic. Yeah.
Fuck it, that's why.
I need a lore reason for this, otherwise I can't enjoy myself.
Yeah, seriously.
But, I mean, if you look at all of the other boss fights that you are potentially going to do for the hard modes, they're all in pretty much the same place they were when you fought them. It's just that the arena's maybe slightly different, or their pattern's slightly different. So I think this is pretty much just the Seaside Kingdom. It's just that they've got a bit of sea mist coming in and taking over the area, and there's a bit of a rain going.
Beautiful. I'll accept that, and I'll accept no other answer. Alright, let's go to the castle.
Oh, thank God.
In a few parts' time.
Kept you waiting, huh?